know,
had to be there.
If you know, you know. The Bel Air Rec used to definitely get the good runs in.
Definitely did.
Because I definitely seen some niggas get dropped in that joint.
on the
Play-Doh,
on the sport court,
on the Lego court.
the sport court, man.
I done seen niggas throw up on that joint.
That's
seen
insane.
niggas fall in the throw up.
Oh my
I
god!
done seen buckets given out too. On those joints.
Niggas haven't gotten buckets up there.
I've seen AB career highs up there, man. AB career highs, man. He AB hit that jumper. It was from the corner. He jogged back so slow.
Oh, you talking about the video?
Video.
Yeah,
Classic. We used to have a time up there, man. And the lady would look at it.
Niggas would be stressing. Niggas would be definitely complaining about the $2.
Oh yeah,
Man.
absolutely. Just $2.
Oh, bro,
too.
if you don't pay that little $2,
I don't know if I've ever gave him like actual
$2?
$2. Yeah, it was always
it
change.
was like
Always change.
yeah, niggas used to really just give them like hella quarters and pennies and dimes,
Whatever I had,
and then
yeah.
like if it even equal up to $2, they'll still take it.
They'll still take
Yeah.
it.
Because that was probably the
Crazy.
only runs they was getting for real. We was the only ones using that joint.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you know they made a quick, $20, 25.
yeah, facts.
Or 25, 26.
Nah, 25 niggas wasn't giving that whole. Niggas wasn't giving that whole bread. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a few times I gave him like $1.50 because that's just what I had in my
Mm-hmm.
car.
But niggas used to complain about it. I'm like, bro,
For sure.
you can't beat it really. I mean, you can because you can go to the Y if you got membership, but everybody ain't had no membership.
Yeah.
Everybody wasn't able.
Everybody wasn't able. Sure.
Yeah, they
I
be
remember
crying,
this time
but
I
they
didn't
be
have a
in there.
membership.
Say it again.
I remember this time I didn't have a membership at the Y.
Oh, for sure.
So you're sitting up till 12 o'clock.
It was-
Bro,
it
niggas
was-
would hoop at 12 o'clock.
Yeah,
like, watch
oh,
the niggas, niggas they have nothing else to do.
High
At all.
noon, yeah. I never, man. High noon.
High
It is
noon,
that is
man.
like prime basketball time, like everywhere,
Mm-hmm.
like because for like pickup games and stuff. But like I'm always like a 2-3 kind of guy.
Yeah.
A little later.
Yeah. I feel like the if it was an optimal time for me, like 10 o'clock is like a perfect time. I feel like
10 a.m.
Yeah, to like work out or like to work out or like hoop or something.
Yeah.
It's like you ain't got to eat nothing before, but you could if you wanted to. And then you get done at like 11, 12, 1 and still have the rest of your day.
Yeah.
You play at like 3.
Yeah, late afternoon hoop sessions used to kill me, man.
Yeah.
Like, then the day's cooked.
Yeah.
By the time I take a shower, and then niggas want to go do shit after. Hey, man, y'all, we can pull up on somebody, get on Xbox, do something. Bro.
Yeah, that's me. Or we go to the crib,
Yeah.
we a little peyote. But
Yeah.
We just played a 7-game series.
But like it was like if niggas went home first and got in the shower and shit, niggas wasn't
It
leaving
was
back
over
out.
with.
yeah,
That's what I'm saying.
Until maybe later that night.
Yeah.
In my younger days.
True. The red light.
Yeah.
What a time.
We get
Now,
off done hooping at like 5. Come 10 o'clock, man. I'm ready to do something. Maybe if I ain't
get
sleep.
activated.
Yeah, but
Let's get
typically,
activated. Let's get activated.
Nice 5-hour rest period. Maybe get a little nap in.
True. Run the team up. You never know.
Yeah,
team
you
up,
never
a team
know.
up.
It could be anything going on.
The good old days. That was like college. Like we right out of high school days.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. What a time
What a time.
to be alive.
We good? We rolling?
We are rolling.
We
We
rolling.
caught the whole hoop sesh combo.
These chairs remind me of
These
a
wicker
waiting
baskets.
office.
Yeah.
Yeah. A waiting office. Like I'm waiting at the doctor.
Mm-hmm.
Or
Dennis.
like, yeah. I don't know how to feel about them. Braxton, how they look behind the camera?
Yeah, they're awful, but I mean,
Look like a basket.
they look like they were
We just gotta
woven
make a
by the
comment on that.
ancestors. Like, I don't know about these. These
They're
aren't-
uncomfortable on my elbows.
You gonna get up with the marks. Your whole arm about to be like lit up with marks. You
Yeah,
know, we
that's
appreciate it. Shouts to Shocker Studios, man.
Yeah, shout out to Soccer Studios. For sure.
Appreciate y'all.
Yep.
For sure.
Welcome to another episode of the workshop, though. It is time. It is here, the now. Before we get started, shout out to the Blackout ICT Awards.
Ooh, announcements. Yay.
Your boys is nominated for Podcast of the Year.
That we are.
So what I want you to do is stop right here,
Pause. We'll wait.
go to their Facebook page, go to their Instagram page, find the league and vote the workshop for podcast of the year. All right,
Man.
It's definitely an honor to be nominated.
An honor.
You know, it's an honor to be nominated.
And shout out to the other podcasts out there, too.
Oh, yeah, shout out
to the other nominees,
for sure. Yeah, we would love to work with y'all as well. You know, shout out to everybody that got nominated. You know, but why you nominate everybody else?
Friend of the show, Loud Kicks.
Right,
Loud, Brother Loud.
True. But why you voting for everybody else?
Yeah.
Make sure you put something in for the workship.
Come on, man. We
Make
don't
sure you
ask
put
for a
something
lot.
in for
And
the
I'll
workshop.
say it, don't vote for other people. I would prefer you didn't. You know, I mean,
Hey.
In competition today,
Yeah,
we trying to win.
we trying to win. We trying to win.
Shout out to y'all. I wish y'all did y'all thing, but you
I
know,
wish y'all the best.
Yeah.
In second place.
real shit.
Man.
I feel it though, but for sure. How y'all feel about being nominated? What did y'all feel about?
Brother, I think, you know, we talked about this a little bit before the camera got rolling, but like it's or at least in the past when we first found out, right? Like it was cool, but like it was like we didn't really like do anything out of the ordinary. We've just been doing what we normally do, right? So to get that recognition and be acknowledged like that is cool. But then it's like, dang, if y'all like this, we about the next level, y'all, and it's about to be crazy. Like if you thought this was cool,
Yeah.
noted, but we got somewhere else to go. So I mean, we're very grateful. I mean, and you look at all the categories and all the nominees. There's a lot of talent. It's a lot of black talent here in the city of Wichita, man. So to be even nominated with just so many talented individuals and so many talented people, like it is cool. I'm with Darv. I do want to win because I'm like, you feel me? But it's cool. And it shout out to, you know, the women who are creating this, the Black Eyed ICT, the women that put it on, because it's something cool for the city, right? Like it's something that I don't know Wichita had prior to. I know this is a couple years they've done it now, but now that it's like rolling, it's cool to see, you know, all the nominees, all the winners. They really, I think in the past they've done like a big like gala type night for it. So. Hey, one thing, I got a tux ready to go.
Yeah, we
so
in that thing for sure. Suited and booted.
You
for
feel
sure.
me? You feel me?
Right. I mean, Dar, how you feel about it?
Like Braxton said, it was unexpected. You know, I think that's what makes it feel better. You know, I never, you know, people talk about self-worth, and I'm all for self-worth, knowing your value, knowing your worth. But to me, it's always your value is what somebody's willing to pay for it, or how far they're willing to support you. You know, that's your value.
Yeah.
And to see, you know, someone outside of our friends, our family, you know, things of that nature, recognizing us, it feels nice.
Yeah, facts. Man, it's crazy. It's crazy. I mean, look, when it came out, I wasn't just like, oh, we need to be on there. If we wasn't on there, I'd just been added to like, okay, we gonna be on there next year. That ain't no problem.
Oh yeah, for surely.
But to know that we was on there, now it's like, okay, let's win. Fuck it, we about to go ahead and try to win now. Let's put the pedal to the metal, you know. But you know, overly humble, you know. Lots of love, lots of support, you know. So keep supporting. We'll keep pushing out good things. But like Braxton said, it's an exciting time for the workshop. Man.
Exciting time. Ooh,
It's an exciting time, man. We're only really getting started.
Crazy.
Right? It's, you know, we've come a long ways, but we also have a long ways to go.
Long ways to go, true.
So
Shout out to Riverside, man. Riverside.fm.
Riverside.fm. Riverside.fm. Hey,
As bad as it was, but it got us started.
You got to get it how you live for sure.
We was dropping out the call, trying to get back right.
Get back right, yeah.
Lost
On the
episodes,
on the AirPod mics.
The AirPod. Hey.
extra crunchy.
Humble beginnings, man.
Humble beginnings, but like, you know, it's an exciting time for the workshop for sure. So join
Absolutely.
the board. We're taking new followers, new listeners every week.
All the time, yeah. The doors to the workshop are always open.
For sure. Let's work.
It's never too late.
hard to find.
Exactly. We ain't hard to find. So, man, let's start this. What's something y'all need to get off y'all chest this week? Y'all got something y'all need to get off y'all chest?
I got something. We ain't been to the pod since I almost got dropped by old lady, man. This is crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Dar wasn't there.
Yeah. You want to go first? Because I feel like I have something to add on whatever when you're done.
Okay, man. So check me out. I'm going to be on this angle for a minute. So if you need to go and head to go vote for the workshop, you can open another tab. You're not going to miss any new views. I'm going to be here for a minute. Go open that tab, click that link, Go vote because we're gonna be here. I got a story. So, oh man, what was it? Last Saturday, man. Enjoying a bev at and some food at a local establishment. I don't want to say no names. I like the establishment, right? And having a great time. Grace and AB there, some friends of the show. You know, we're having a great time. It was a lot of people there. About 6 of us in total, some friends.
Yeah.
And then, you know, we end up sitting in front of some older, you know, black folk, you know, vibing with them. Yeah, you cool. One guy's really out of there, like really, really. He's had a lot.
Might have had a Hennessy.
Might have had probably two.
I would double it up more than two.
Yeah. So I'm facing. He's behind me, back to back. Like it's cool. We not. And I feel like his arm, like it's hitting me, like his forearm's hitting my back. I'm like, damn, like this nigga was activated. What's going on? I turn around and I see the waitress right here. We got the same waitress, same area, and like he's holding her arm, and I'm like, oh, wait a minute, brother, I don't like that shit. I don't like that at all. And he's like, cause I guess the group had given her some cash, but he was trying to be like all macho Negro and was like, no, I got it. Give back. I'll get you later. Don't worry, boo, I got you. I get it. Your ego's in check because some women gave somebody else some money, so you want to look like you are the big baller. Got it. Cool. Where I didn't like it is how I can feel you shaking the waitress's arm behind me. But I let it slide. I'm like, not my business. Stay in my lane. Obviously, like, she not, like, pulling away or nothing too hefty, so, like, she's comfortable. She's good. And I asked her. She walked away. She was like, I was like, yo, are you good? Like, I just seen her. She's like, yeah. You can tell she's a little off, a little caught off guard. So I'm like, okay, cool. I let it slide. But then the second time happened. It happened twice.
He yoked her up again?
He yoked her, but this time it was across from me.
Right.
And so he was like, and I heard him, he was trying to apologize to her. He was like, oh, I'm sorry, like, are we good? But he reached to touch her again. And this time she had like some food and she like was visibly like raising her arm to get away. Don't know what came over me, but I was like, yo, stop touching her. I said it with a lot more force, a lot more four-letter
Whole
words.
establishment was silent.
Whole bar.
Like, what's gonna happen?
Whole bar looked at me like, where is it at? Where am I at? Where am I?
The tumbleweed went across.
Record scratch. Yeah. You could hear the cooks in the back frying the chicken. I was like, and I didn't even want to. I didn't really want to.
The chicken stopped sizzling.
It stopped sizzling.
Even the chicken stopped to watch.
They said, we done. I was like, man, okay, it is what it is. So, and I showed out, and I felt bad about showing out because it was embarrassing. I think in that moment, like, I was raised, you don't put your hands on women. That's just the way that I was brought up.
Something took over you.
And something took over. And it was probably the spirit of my grandfather's RIP, but it was just me in that moment. I don't even remember what I said. Whole bar looking, bartender yelling at me, stop, shut up. I'm like, yo, you didn't see him grab your girl? Like, you yelling at the wrong one. He was like, oh, well, he can get the fuck out. And I was like, yeah, you right. Man. And so me and Buddy, we go back and forth. He's like, no, it's not like that. He's drunk. I'm like, bro, I get you drunk, cool, have a good night, but just don't put your hands on it. Like, that makes me uncomfortable, and I don't want to be uncomfortable with you. If we need to, we can go outside. It's nothing. It gets interesting though.
Imagine it was me and AB was there too.
AB, I'll never forget. AB
just pulled the keys out the pockets, and I'm just sitting there like, this old nigga, he about to get something he don't want. So,
and we didn't even want it, right? We wasn't even on that.
I stayed seated.
We stayed seated. AB did empty his pockets, man. Shouts to AB. That was hilarious, but. Then these 4 black ladies come up to me, man, and they was with him, and they cussing me out for yelling at him. Mm-hmm. I'm like, huh? I'm like, so wait. Y'all are mad at me for checking him for putting his hands on a woman. He excused himself. You need to do the same. I said, huh? I said, one, right now it's between me and him, but you call, like, I'm talking, I was called all types of names. You ain't shit. You how
A jive turkey.
A jive turkey.
Nah,
she didn't say that. How Kendrick said you a fan? I was a pan with a P. You can fill in the blank. And so I'm sitting here like, yo, I'm like,
well now bro gotta come outside because they didn't say too much.
But it was the lady, it was the women who was talking to me crazy. I was like,
they didn't say too much.
this old lady was like, I'll drop you right now.
Yeah,
I said,
bro. Somebody
she
grandma,
wanted to shoot the fair ones with
somebody
you.
grandma.
Yeah,
And so I'm like, I don't know how to respond.
Now you got to be the bad guy. Now you got to play his role
I
and put your
have
hands
to
on the
play.
mouth.
I was like, in this,
you're out of control.
you're out of pocket for that shit. You really are. But I was just like, wait a minute, this is literally like a simulation right
Listen,
now.
you either die a hero or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain.
I was the villain that night for doing what I thought was the right thing.
You did the right thing for sure.
Sure. Even the waitress was like all awkward after. I was like, yo, are you good? Like, I didn't mean to like make you uncomfortable. Like, I literally.
She ain't say nothing in your defense.
She came over after and she was like,
They was
yeah.
wildin'.
But she was like, yeah, but that's not the worst thing that's happened to me here. I said, damn, like, what goes on in this establishment? So I was just like, yo, it is what it is.
Just because it ain't the worst thing that happened, don't make it.
Don't mean
okay,
I'm supposed to be cool with it and just let it slide.
Yeah.
And so that to me was crazy. Like,
The moral of this story is if you out in public, keep your goddamn hands to yourself.
Man.
Whether you a woman touching a man or a man touching a woman.
it was just wild to me. And I think the thing that stuck with me, because I was in there, and Grace will tell you, I was mad the rest of the night. I was like, what is this? Like, somebody really, I needed to be explained to, like, why would these, and again, these old ladies, they was probably drunk too.
They was lit.
I told one of them,
Y'all wasn't at the Legion.
no, we wasn't. Nah, that's home field for them. I'm not going to home field.
Yeah.
That's like going into Gillette Stadium against Tom Brady.
We would have been chased home by motorcycles.
On me. Yeah, we would have made it out of their lives. And so I was just like, man, like, yo, you really out of pocket for that. And I did talk about one of them's hair. She had a fade. I told her hairline was crooked. I said, that's why your hairline looked like that. The one who wanted to drop me. So maybe that's why she wanted to drop me.
She wanted to shoot
She
the
wanted
fair
smoke. Like,
ones.
she was really like up in my face, like right here. She's like, you a pan. I was like,
Pan.
I was
She
like,
did.
how do I react to you right now? Because what do you want me to say? Like, I'm sitting here on your homie. And then one of the other women was like, you talking to her crazy. You know better than him. I said, one, she talking to me crazy. So if I say something back, hey, it's verbal at this point. I'm not going to put my hands on you like your homie did. And y'all going to excuse that? But then, I don't know. I told my mom, and she said, I ain't do nothing wrong. So I was like,
That's all that
to
matters.
to hell with the old lady. Dang.
Dang.
And I just want to go back to my spot.
Yeah, it's gonna be okay.
We regulars there, not them. You feel me? Like, damn.
Yeah, it was crazy. But
man.
on top of that, to add on to that, bro, y'all niggas that like make situations uncomfortable for women,
Weird.
y'all are weirdos, bro.
Yeah,
Just
I agree.
stop.
Keep your hands to yourself.
Not even keep your hands,
yeah.
but keep your comments to yourself. Like, if a woman and not attracted to you, bro, you ain't gotta like crash out because she don't like you, bro.
Bro.
Because she not interested.
But do you remember what he said after I told him to leave her alone? He was like, she's just a waitress.
Yeah, he did say that.
I said, huh?
That was wild.
That
But he
means
tryna
it's
holler at her.
okay? He definitely was. He was like, no,
Yeah.
it's not like that. She's just a waitress. I said, she's a
Yeah,
human.
bro.
And you putting your hands on her.
Now that's the one thing that always kills me with that situation. When they be trying hard to holler at girl, and then when she deny, now they act like
Deny,
she
deny,
ain't
deny,
this and she
deny.
ain't
Yeah.
that. Bro, she was enough to make you try to holler at her,
Right.
try to get at her. So like,
Yeah.
let's not act like that. Let's not be unrealistic here, dog.
Exactly. But making just any like situations uncomfortable for him, because it's already like, if women are in a room full of niggas, they already uncomfortable. They already nervous.
Head on a swivel type
Head on a
stuff,
swivel.
which is crazy.
And now they gotta. They worried about all the niggas that's gonna talk to them, and then them saying no, they gonna be concerned about how they gonna respond. So you niggas that
100%.
go out here and make women uncomfortable in all these situations to where it's like they at work, you harassing them,
Bro.
You at the gym, they can't just work out and go on about their day.
Yeah.
You niggas is just weird.
Weird.
And I'm gonna tell you, you a weirdo.
Weird.
If you got something crazy to say after woman, if she don't want to talk to you, bro, lame.
Loser. A loser.
You trying to sabotage what she got going on because she don't want to talk to you? Lame. You unnecessarily touching people without their permission. Lame.
Is crazy. Like
there's a lot of lame niggas out here.
I think like niggas gonna make crazy comments, but words are just words, and that's why I said putting your hands on somebody. Like if the waitress would have walled out, and spazzed on them, or put hands on them, like it would have been what it was, because you have no reason to touch her,
right,
bro.
And you don't know how people gonna react. You can't be like, oh, well, they're doing like they reacted wrong, or they like you shouldn't have put them in a situation where they had to do that.
Was the waitress of Caucasian descent?
Nah, she
might have been mixed.
She's probably biracial.
Black lady might not have had that. You can't just touch your hand, put hands on people.
Man.
I'm just saying.
In general, though.
Yeah, just speaking to like certain people, like he caught the right one. Obviously.
Yeah, no, it was wild. And even then, like to your point, G, like I've been in places. I remember when I was in DC last year with my fraternity brother, and we were like walking downtown, and I just seen like this dude, like he was pressing this lady hard, and to be fair, this is the story. Like this was a business, like uppity, like almost clutching my purse, white lady. This dude was, I'm sagging, my pants are at my ankles, I might sell you a mixtape, dude. Brother, Negro to be exact. I'm like, man, what is this? But she reached, like she was typing in her number in his phone before she got to the Uber. And I was like, huh? And he was like, I bet you what it is. Like, he's like, that makes, I told him, like, this makes no sense. Like, did he really just bag her? Like, huh? And he was like, out here, girls will give you a number.
Fake number so they can
go home. A real number. Let you call it to see that it's there, leave, and then block you.
Yeah.
Because of that rejection, if you get rejected, who knows how people are going to react. Yeah. We've resorted to giving numbers to get out of uncomfortable situations.
Which, I mean,
crazy.
But it's fair.
It's fair.
It's fair. Like, shit. Like, if a woman was to do that to me, I'd be like, damn, did I come off as a creep ass nigga? You know what I'm saying? Man. But it's not about that. It's about the experience that they done had, and, you just never know.
Yeah. The moral of the story, ladies, get a strap. Get you a little 22.
Start putting some hot shit in these niggas. They gonna learn. Start putting some hot shit in these niggas. They gonna know
how nice men will get when you put a little fire on them.
Yeah. But another thing I need to get off my chest. One more, bro. People gotta stop like getting a like life advice and like what they want to, how they want to implement things into their life from social media, bro. Because most of the time, they don't even know what that shit really mean. People be like, they looking for some shit that's somebody that's emotionally intelligent.
No, brother. Don't get me started.
What do you mean by
that? There's a thing, but actually knowing what that means.
That's what I'm saying. It's a thing. Yes. Like, I agree that it's a thing, but are you emotionally intelligent? What does that look like to you? What does emotionally intelligent look like to you? What do you mean you're like intentional? What does that mean? How do you implement that into your life? Communication. Crazy. How do you implement that into like these people? Like when you go and you talking to people and they just using these words that they hear from like TikTok reels or Instagram reels or like motivational, they therapists. It's like, do you really put in the work to make this actually work in your life?
Do you know what that means? That they're saying.
And wasn't it like?
Can you spell the word?
And how do you implement it? Like. You'll tell somebody and they be like, okay, communication is big for me. Okay, how do you work? Start asking people, how do they work on that? Yeah. How do they implement that in their life?
No, like,
and then they're gonna be like, yeah. So
I'll be talking.
Yeah. So, like, just bruh, if you're gonna use some shit like that, if you're gonna start like taking advice from people and start using things that you think sound good, just because they sound good. It did sound good. I want somebody that's emotionally intelligent.
I don't know what that means. I'm glad y'all said that y'all did. At least two of us know what that means, but I don't.
I want somebody that's a provider. It's like
I know what that means.
Yeah, like what do you mean? Like, what does that look like to you? Are they providing financially?
Yes.
Emotionally.
I had a conversation with one of our friends about because his girl, she used the word security. That's the same as a provider. Because they mean the same thing.
Is it?
Absolutely.
Provider and security is the same?
Yes. Security financially and that, you're going to be there for me. Which is the same thing a provider would do.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's different words that I think girls,
they are similar for sure. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. But it's like, do you really mean what you're saying? And are you really implementing this in your life? People be getting their personalities from social media, and then in real life they be a totally opposite person.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
And
so y'all gotta watch out for these motherfuckers, man.
And what was it? Wasn't it like last year, like where gaslighting was like the most used word or something like that?
It's always something.
And you like people say like you're gaslighting me. I used to stop people. What does it mean? What does it mean to you? Because the Webster dictionary or whatever the term is, 8 times out of 10 it would not be
right.
Like, oh, you're just trying to make me mad. That's not what it means at all. But like, if you want to say it because you've seen it on TikTok, or calling people narcissists, I think is another thing.
Yeah, that's
like saying you're a narcissist. You have narcissistic tendencies. Like, everybody out here isn't a narcissist, y'all. Like I think if you actually look at like the population, it's actually very small. And I'm going to get called a narcissist for saying this, but it's just like, I think we just use terms.
That's a literal term to like diagnose somebody. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's not just a narcissist. Like, that's not just like something you
can't,
call people,
you can't just be like, oh, you said something mean to me. Narcissist, canceled. Right. Like you legitimately have to be identified. Again, I'm not up there. We need to get a psychologist on here to talk.
Yeah.
Black psychologists, even psychologists in general, black, white, Puerto Rican, Asian, whoever, come on and talk to the workshop, because apparently this is a hot topic that people want to talk about. Let's bring them on.
I'm not doing something right, I guess.
I'm not either. So I think it's just one of those things that people, you see it online, it's trendy. Oh, I'm going to say it because it sounds good. And then words lose meaning like that, though. You water down, like saying somebody's gaslighting you was watered down last year because everybody and their mom said that's what it was.
Darby, you got something you need to get off your chest?
Not really. Like I said, the weather update. It is extremely hot. As you can see, last episode, Grayson looked more like El DeBarge, and now he's more like Rico Suave.
Oh, okay. I am the little dog.
Grayson got his knees out.
So it's definitely hot out here. It's almost 100 today.
Free the thigh.
It was very steep yesterday as well. Yeah. I'm sure it's going to continue.
There's a heat index at camp.
Yeah.
It can go outside.
Go outside, yeah.
Oh, so, I felt bad. We have it's teams in our league playing right now, and that field is all turf. Like the entire thing is turf. And when the 6 o'clock game was about to start in about an hour and a half, you're facing the sun going down. Oh boy!
God. Shout out to the kids.
Shout out to the kids. About to be going through it. We playing back on.
We had a water out there for him.
Man,
or you might forget it.
Exactly.
I told y'all that story, right? About the kid who said I'm hot after he missed the game. He missed the ball, started crying. Yeah. He said he was hot.
Yeah.
Every game, I said, "Where's your water?" From now on, I said, "If you don't bring any, I have some in my car, and you go get it." I've given them my keys.
Cooler on lock now.
Ghetto cooler, man. It is what it is. The other coach be bringing it, but then now we got to take the towels away from him. I don't know how many times I turned around and.
Oh God!
One kid was like, "I've been beat with a belt. A towel doesn't hurt."
Oh God! Kids don't need to say things like
that. They don't.
Like bro. I was working at camp. I was working at camp, and the kid was like, "Yeah, I tried beer before." I was like, "Yeah, don't say that ever.
Don't say that. Bro. Keep that to yourself.
Don't say that." You see, my mom. I said, "Nope, stop," because I'm gonna have to start reporting shit. I'm gonna have to start doing my job, so please just let it be.
Just stop, bro.
Yeah, just stop, bro.
I don't want to hear it.
Don't want to hear it at all. All right, so I put a story up.
Story time.
Asking for let's see what y'all want us to talk about. Podcast questions, topics. So this is what we're gonna cover, right? I'm gonna go through the ones that was on Instagram first, right? Shout out to Just Pesos. All right. Unpopular dating opinions.
Like
that we have opinions that may be unpopular.
I'll give an unpopular dating. Marriage opinion.
That's dating marriage.
If I get married, the girl has to take my last name.
I mean,
if she don't want to take my last name, then we not.
It's not
married.
Gonna work.
No.
What about hyphen?
No.
All or nothing.
My name is hyphenated, so that's
your name is hyphenated.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of I got a cousin that's hyphenated. You know, it's a lot of people that I know that do that.
So she was like, "I want to keep my last name. You're not going." That would break off the whole marriage.
Yes. Very unpopular.
Why though?
I know.
Why?
Because I just want you to have my last name. I just want you to become part of my family.
Yeah.
I'll be a part of yours too, but it'll be our
That's
name.
just like a traditional thing that you. That,
yeah, it's
you
dummy
want.
traditional.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now traditional man woman relationship. I'm not off. I'm not off of that.
Yeah, but that's one thing that
that's
you want.
one thing.
Yeah. That's
yes.
fair though. That's fair. I feel like it may be unpopular to a lot of people or some people, but
it's extremely unpopular. It's gonna be some
I agree.
blowback on this motherfucker.
I agree. I agree though. You gotta be able when we talking or we dating and stuff. I would want you to imagine having my last name. Like,
Okay.
that's what's gonna happen.
Mr. and Mrs. Baptiste.
I'm gonna take this next level though. What if they have earned a doctorate, or they in the medical field, or they have like a degree that their title is Dr. X? Do you like?
Their last name would be mine, Dr. Baptiste. That sounds even better.
But you wasn't with them shooting in the gym.
And I'm not getting none of their money.
What's yours is mine? 50-50?
No, I ain't asking for none of their money. She can keep all her success, all her accolades. I would just want her last name to be mine.
I feel that. That's fair.
I mean, yes.
I'm not taking nothing away from her. She can do whatever she wants.
If you're asking me,
Tough.
it would be situational. I'd have to.
We have to
see.
sit down and talk.
Yeah, it had to be a conversation.
Let's run through this one. How do we feel here?
For sure.
Give your comments in the give
Yeah,
your opinions in the
Let
comments
us know in the
section.
comment section.
Do you got an unpopular dating opinion?
Unpopular.
Unpopular dating opinion.
Yeah.
Not that. I mean, I think that. I don't know if I'm gonna get any blowback from this, but I think that women can pay too sometimes. Like if we out. Now, don't get me wrong. I pay most of the time, but I'm not gonna stop you if you pull out your card and be like, "No, I got this one." Cool.
Yeah.
All right, you sure? Oh, yes, you sure? I mean, I can get it. Like I do have it. Like, don't worry. But if you want to, if you feel led, that's your spirit. Hey, I know we live in a generation where no, put that away. Don't do that. No. But if you want to treat me, cool. Like,
Yeah, I appreciate that.
I appreciate it.
I would never watch my girl pay.
I'm gonna turn.
I would just
turn my back.
I would just take my glasses off.
I would never watch my girl pay.
These are extremely dirty right now. Let me see. I can't. These prescriptions.
I can't see.
Oh, dang.
I'm just go to the restroom.
I am legally blind.
You got it? That's cool.
He goes excuse himself for the table. I'm gonna go get the car ready. Bring the car around for you.
Yeah. Oh yeah. But I mean, that's just I don't necessarily go into it seeking that. But if it happens, like I'll never keep score. Be like, hey, it's your turn to pay. Like,
Oh, yeah,
remember
no,
I
keeping score
Remember
is
I got
crazy.
last time. You got this time, right?
Yeah,
Like,
that's
crazy. But if every now and again, shorty's like, I got it. You're good. Oh, say less. And the same thing. I'm a passenger prince when I can be. Like, let's share.
That's probably unpopular for sure.
Now I'm a driver. I love to drive. I love to be like, left hand on the steering wheel, right hand on that thigh, because we're not doing anything too crazy on these roads.
The P and PAN pan.
The pan, right? No. Yeah, but I love it. Oh, you want to drive? Psh, let me adjust the seat to move it back to where my standard settings are. I'm gonna lean it back. Oh yeah, you got it. I'm gonna be sleeping 20 minutes, but you gotta do your thing. 21.
You're not gonna
co-pilot. Oh no,
That's crazy.
Nah, that's not my ministry, man. It's not.
Do y'all have any unpopular dating opinions? I don't know. I do probably. Let me think. I was trying to think this whole time. Oh, we're supposed to be going on a date and we plan something shit and you don't, and like you reschedule, like you can't make it, and you like something happened. I'm not rescheduling with you. I'm not going out to the effort to remake this day happen. Mm-hmm. You gonna have to show me that you interested and that you want to plan some shit, or at least give me some times and dates that work again. If y'all supposed to go on a date and she flake and the shit don't work, and she don't hit you with, hey, can this other day work, or can we make something else work, something like that?
I gotta go, babe.
Yeah, it's over. For me, at least, it's over. I'm not about to keep doing that shit. I'm Mr. move accordingly.
Yeah.
I'm gonna move accordingly. You just let me know how this shit gonna go, and I'm gonna move accordingly. My life will go on. I'll be gone as soon as I got here.
And will.
And that's okay, because guess what? Things go.
And that's on what? Mary had a little
Cetus.
All right. Underscore rainy days. The topic is the detachment from people, places, things. Do y'all have any?
Yeah, like we talk about being like emotionally intelligent. Like I'm detached. Like I don't really like process like anything outside of like my, you know, what I got going on. Honestly, like my dad is like super into politics, but I never understood politics. Even though, you know, it's like people controlling the country, how things go. You know, decisions are being made. You know, you want to put a vote in, but I never really cared. You know, it's just not something that interests me. I'm interested in sports, kicking it with the homies, having a good time.
Yeah.
You know, whining and dining the senoritas. But like for if it's not that, then I mean I honestly don't care.
Right.
You know, that's just the truth.
Facts.
So like, yeah, I would say I'm pretty detached to things that I don't care about.
I'm detached from like you said, detached from shit I don't really care about. Like I'm detached from like social media like opinions. Like it's like that shit does not shape my life. Or like there may be some things like, oh, that makes sense, or yeah, but like for the most part, that shit not real life. So we ain't able to detach from that for sure. Detach from these hoes.
I could never.
You belong to the streets.
Every time I try to leave, something keeps pulling me back.
Yeah, you guys are out of control.
All right, this is from Frederick Freeman Jr. Shout out to Collaboration Over Competition podcast.
Absolutely, another pod that was nominated, man.
Yeah, shout out to them, man. Dropping the question, you know. So he asks, what does the idea of collaboration over competition mean to us, or representation? Right. I feel like representation means a lot, especially in what like the role I work in, like what I do for like, you know, as a career right now is like showing up as a, you know, younger black guy, black man, impacting the youth, you know, showing them that there are different ways to be successful rather than the, you know, stereotypical way. Like, yeah, I play sports and yeah, I've dibbled and dabbled in a lot of different places, but showing up for them, making sure they see a presence that, you know, they may not see at home. You know, they may not get that attention from somebody that look like me at home, or somebody that, you know, actually cares about them. You know, actually cares about them and wants to see them do good and can, you know, inspire them to do better and kind of have those conversations. So I think representation matters a lot for sure.
Yeah, no, I'm with you there. I think I've always kind of, well, one, representation. I mean, well, first, the collaboration over competition. I think it's one that I think we kind of talked about it to start, right? I mean, collaboration, I think at the heart of it is supporting each other and being able to, like, understand that everybody can achieve more together. The collaborative part of what we see, you know, supporting others, how he wrote in a question that we could talk about on our podcast, how we can share other people's materials and things like that. Like I think we live in a place where there's a lot of untapped potential. You know, I talked about this last night at the Juneteenth pageant. Shout out to Juneteenth ICT and the pageant. I had a great time last night, but there's so much potential here that I think we spend so much time fighting over. We as black people specifically spend so much time fighting over one thing, and then we miss the boat on others. And then you look around, and this thing that we missed is here, and the one thing that we're all trying to get about is still here, right? Mm-hmm. So how can we get to where, okay, yeah, you got this. I can trust you to handle this, so that when I need this, I know I can come to you. I'm going to go to this route. When I got this, you can trust me to come to you too. To me, that's collaboration, especially in this entity. Wanting to see everybody win. And again, we talked about it too. We're a little competitive too, but I think that's good natured competition, right? Like, I'm not going to sabotage nobody or talk ill of nobody, but I want to see you do better so that I can continue to internally push myself to do better. Yeah. That's where, you know, those two kind of go hand in hand to me. Representation is big to me. You know, both of my professional, you know, journeys so far, one in being in TV was super big to me, to be able to be that person. I worked during the height of the pandemic, all the race stuff that was going on in this country, and to be able, I'll never forget, I was on the desk anchoring all the newscasts the day that Chauvin was convicted of killing George Floyd. I read that verdict 4 times on the evening news that night. And so to me,
crazy
being a black man in that position where people were, one, looking at me for that information, and two, to be able to report on what was the largest story of the summer.
Yeah.
I mean, we can say that COVID was, but I think that by the summer, we didn't really know what to do with COVID, right? We had kind of been COVIDed out. I mean, you can say what you want about it, but so to do that, it meant a lot to me. And now, and I wanted somebody to be able to see, like, okay, he's an articulate black man. He knows what he's talking about. He's smart. He's not just what I want to stereotype him as. And I do the same in aviation now. Aviation, there's not many of us, 100%. And which is why, when we did that photo shoot with the Brand 5 when they came in, shouts to the Brand 5, it meant a lot to actually be in that photo shoot, to be the one who was pictured there. Not because I wanted to be able to put it on Instagram. I never even did put it on Instagram. I showed the story, but to be able to know that aviation can look different than what it does now. It's a lot. It's not a lot of us in aviation. And if they are, we're in pockets, right?
Yeah.
We're not groups. At least I haven't seen any.
Right.
So to me, that was important to be able to be like, no, this looks different. And I'll never forget when they posted on their Instagram story, it was probably a troll bot, but he was like, somebody said this is a BLM post on the Cessna official page, right? And so I was like, dang, like, that's crazy. That's what people still think in 2024.
Yeah.
But I'm glad he said that, because I was like, okay, there's still more work to do. There's still more work to do in this industry. There's still more work to do in this world to be able to get past that. Like, why can't it just be like, oh, damn, that's a good looking brother. I wonder what he flies.
Yeah.
Instead of being, oh, it's a BLM thing. Like, no, let's talk. So that's long-winded, but collaboration, love it. Competition, love it too, a little bit. But representation matters. So,
Collaboration over competition. We do some collabs with people, but I'm not the biggest collab guy. I mean, if it's one of the homies, I'll collab. But how I view that is just like staying out of people's way. For instance, like we never tried to, or never will try to disparage another podcast. That's not what we do on here. There's no benefit for us making a comment about somebody else.
Yeah.
So
Thanks.
For me, just stay in your lane. And if a situation happens where maybe you want to speak to somebody, or about a location for a podcast, where could I shoot the podcast? Then y'all can have that conversation and y'all can work together. Not to say you'll ever go on that person's podcast or they'll ever come on here.
Right.
But it's a possibility. We've opened that avenue. But keeping to yourself, making sure you're not stepping on people's toes, trying to, crab in a barrel mentality.
You're not being a roadblock.
Yeah. And I hate the crab in a barrel thing, because my parents say that, but crabs ain't supposed to be in a barrel. So, that's that. But, just... And then the competition part, it is competitive, especially now. They go and put these awards up, So now, now it is competitive.
It's important to collab. So, like, if you want to collab, people want to collab. They want to come on a pod. They want to do some content, shit like that. Let's collab. Let's make it work if it makes sense, Like Bryson said, we can only grow together. There's only so much we can do by ourselves. So that's why we here.
Absolutely.
But to be fair, everything don't make sense. So not everybody, you don't collab with just everybody.
That's why I said if it makes sense.
Yeah.
I make sure I got to add that part, right? I'm not,
you're right.
If it makes sense. And it's okay if it don't.
And that's a part of the collab. Like, our collabing is we not collabing, but I'm not telling people I'm not collabing with this person.
Right,
it ain't got to be like that.
It's like, you gonna, like, if you'll have that own experience for yourself. I can only tell you, I can only describe somebody from my experience of them. Yeah. I can't tell you how they gonna treat you.
Yeah.
I can't tell you how they gonna. I can just tell you how they treated me and how are my experiences with them. I'm not gonna tell them. I can't tell you what they're gonna do to you.
And even if I had a bad experience, I'm not gonna tell you to be like, man, you probably shouldn't do it because I had a bad experience.
Right.
You should do it because they asked you or they wanted to collab. And like I said, that's why I said that's kind of what I think about collabing. If we don't collab, we don't got to be enemies,
Right. Yeah, for sure. All right. Now, I mean, we was hitting some more, now we got a Cam question. Killer Cam 54. Shout out Killer Cam 54. Is it okay for a married chick to buy you a gift for your birthday?
Oh, freaking K.
Now, what situation am I in? Am I the husband or am I receiving the gift? It's two ways this can go.
What?
If I'm receiving the gift, of course it's okay to give me.
What is the
gift.
genesis of this question? How did we get here?
I don't want to know that. I don't want to out him.
Oh no, I think it's purely hypothetical, but
Right.
I'm just like,
We'll
who thinks
say
about
it was
this?
a friend, but I do know the situation.
Right. So what's the gift? If you give them a gift card, okay, I can deal with that. You gonna get somebody a Texas Roadhouse gift card and y'all just cool like work buddies type shit. I can deal with that. That's fine.
What if they don't work together?
How do you know this?
How you know? Oh.
How do you know this nigga? We getting back to it. How we know this nigga? Where we meet him at? Because if I ain't met him, why you getting this nigga a gift? You can't get him a gift unless I met him. Multiple times. I met his kids, his wife, his girl.
Yeah, no,
He don't got a girl.
He needs something to lose.
Insanity.
He don't got a girl.
He needs something to lose.
He's single as a Pringle.
A relationship with his kids
A Pringle. Oh,
that
my
I know.
goodness.
He's single, man. He trying to holler too.
If I was accepting a gift from a married woman, why are you getting me this? You have a husband. If this nigga pulls up to my house, want this back or whatever the situation is, I need to know what's going on here. So all in all, I'm cool on whatever the gift is. If it's like a cologne, some watch, a hat, some
watch.
A watch.
I'm just
going
down the list.
crazy.
Some shoes.
She bought you a watch.
Some
A
shoes.
watch is crazy.
If it's anything above a gift card, no, because you actually put some thought into this. A watch.
A watch.
A watch.
She want to know what time you pulling up.
Cologne.
That's what I'm
She
saying.
trying to get you some cologne. So
Cologne is
she can
crazy,
smell
too.
it.
She think you want. She want to. She think you would smell good in this.
But exactly. Cologne is crazy because you legit thought like, oh,
But wow, this smells good.
And what if the husband ain't got the same cologne?
He got a cheaper one. He got the Jordan.
okay.
He got the kid.
And the dude got the Dior joint. See, this can go so deep.
And I saw the signs.
It opened up my mind.
Yeah. If your girl is buying more expensive gifts for
somebody else?
her friend,
that's
I
crazy.
saw the signs.
That's real life crazy because I mean you think about when you go to get
that's
cologne, right? Like you actually like if you do it right, you got the coffee beans that you smell the coffee beans to clear your palate, and you spray the sample. Could I smell this on this person? Let's try the other one, and you do that multiple times until you find the right one.
Right.
You don't just go to like, oh, that box is blue. Bet.
Right.
Give me the big bottle. Like you don't. Cologne's kind of crazy.
No, but cologne can get expensive too.
Very much so.
You get
a
a good
good
fluid
scent.
ounce.
Yeah.
It's going 100,
200.
Damn.
That's crazy.
$200 cologne.
So we all saying no go.
It depends. If we are like super cool, like, and prior to your marriage, and you know me, and I know your significant other, all right, it is what it is. But if we used to mess around, and and this is a gift because it's my birthday, and your mans don't even know the extent. You know, scary hours.
Like that nigga. Ooh.
Like
Yeah,
it's to the gulag.
Yeah, exactly. I always think like if my girl had a male friend, he got her a gift for her birthday, and it was like, let's say it was like some perfume. Like I would be like, why does fool getting you some perfume?
Right.
Right.
You know, like I'd be mad, but I mean,
Gift cards, baby.
I don't know. No, I probably wouldn't go for it.
I'm about to say what you about to say.
I wouldn't go for it. I wouldn't go for it. No, not a chance.
Because then you want to get close enough to be able to smell to see if you wearing what I got you or what they got you.
Yeah, if it was like a gift card, a little gas card, I'd be like, okay, that's the homie.
Right. That's what I'm saying. A little gift card.
But then even in the same breath, like I don't have no female friends. Like I got some female friends that I'm like,
cordial.
yeah.
I walk by, say what's
but
up.
if they gave me the chance,
Right.
So that's what I'm thinking in my head. So what this fool giving you a gift for? Like what you playing the long game? Like with my girl for?
That's true.
You know?
Yeah, he trying to plant seeds. Yeah, we're good over here. We're good.
So
no.
To long story short, my girl no, and I wouldn't accept the gift unless it was like a gas card or something.
Right. I don't want that juju on me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. Got a couple more.
Couple more.
It's Sierra Lynn _ she gave a couple. I feel like they're pretty good ones for sure. So, Bryson, what you think? Can our generation survive in a crashed economy?
I think we are. No, like economy's pretty bad right now. Like,
have y'all seen Rent?
it's not the greatest thing in the world.
Let's be realistic. We live in Wichita.
Yeah, I'm just saying, as a whole though.
Could we? That's the thing.
Yeah.
Like, because I think that our generation is full of hustlers and like people are gonna make ends meet, but there's also the other half that's like, where's my check? Stimuluses was a little too stimulating.
I don't know though. I think a lot of this shit is a facade. I feel like a lot of people are struggling a lot more than they make it seem on social
I agree
media,
too.
for sure.
Especially on social media.
Yeah, that shit, bro. Especially if you live in a bigger city, right?
Man,
rent like gonna be $1,300 off the rip, and that's not even probably the best place. That might be a
closet in New York.
Do y'all know how much gas costs per gallon in California?
probably like $6.
At least I was gonna say $5, $6.
$7.
That's insane.
And then you gotta groceries. Shit, it's about the same price as eating out. If you go and get some groceries now, it's not cheaper.
Some places that
it's
are
not
more.
cheaper to eat. It's not cheaper to go to the grocery store no more.
Especially
unless you go
when,
to Aldi's.
Yeah, if you want to get
I fuck
like
with Aldi now.
all natural products and best
Organic.
of the best, it's unbelievably expensive.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, I'm 50-50. I really am, because I think, again, there's people who will make it happen. Like, I think there's people in our generation who like, yo, if I gotta have a wish sandwich, I'm gonna make a wish sandwich to be able to make some ends meet. But I also think that there's the other side that, why I need to have the finer things.
Yeah.
Like, you're trying to keep up with the Joneses, baby, and you really not like that. Like,
The Braxton Joneses. Sorry.
He did say Joneses. That was just a.
That was a layup. You're welcome. Anyways, but you're trying to keep up with the people who have, and if you don't got it, I think we live in a generation where we flex more than we actually have. Like, we get money, we spend it to be able to be like, oh, I got this, but then like, yo, bank account is in the red. Like, what you got going on for real? So,
or credit. People be on them credit cards.
People be on them credit cards
People
too.
on them credit cards. People
your scores below 5.
You see these people on them trips? They going all out of town all the time.
We outside.
Best believe them credit cards.
Yeah.
Almost maxed out.
That's crazy.
Did we talk about the like? How do y'all feel about people going on vacation broke? But we did.
Yeah, we did talk about
that.
that.
Don't go on vacation broke.
Don't go on vacation.
If you broke, but you can afford to get into the club and you can afford to feed yourself, that's fine.
Yeah.
But if you can't
Don't be a
afford
burden on everybody else.
Yeah,
though.
don't be a burden.
That was wrong when you wasn't in town that time, or you was gone. When
I
Roman
watched
was here,
it. I think so. Yeah.
All right, another one from Sierra Leone _ How do you acquire friends as an adult, or do you?
Talk to people. Get out your damn.
I feel like for
zone.
men it's easier.
It is. I think so too. But
You can go to like a couple hoop sessions. Consistently go to the gym.
I'm unfriendly.
Consistently work. It's feel like
Dog, when's the last time
easy
you
to
made
make
a
some
friend?
cool. It's easy to make friends at work sometimes. I feel like it's easier for men to make friends because it's like, let's go get a drink. You know, it's not that big a deal. We ain't got to do a whole bunch of planning and shit. We get like,
but I feel like women make it a big deal, and I think so because like. Some women I know, y'all been like still kicking it with y'all like college homies, and like it's cool, but like you have to have a network. You have to have people that you can talk to. If the only people who are at your wedding are your college friends, like what did you really leave? Like you might have left geographically, but did you leave them? Like find some new friends, talk to people, like go and find like people to talk to. Like I don't know, that's just me, but I'm like I'm the middle. I'm like yes, it's easy to make friends. I'm very selective, but it's
the term is crazy. It's like friends is like
acquaintances.
But like when I was in Charlotte, I had to make do friends.
You had to, right?
And it was specifically through work, like through going to the gym, like just meeting people and shit, going out meeting people and shit. Yeah. But like, shit, it ain't easy.
It's not.
It ain't easy, but I mean,
it's definitely an exercise in putting yourself out there, which is crazy. Some people don't like to do it.
Yeah, I feel like I got like a good network, a lot of friends. Like, I feel like people usually gravitate like this. But
I'll
I don't just go
out
out my way and make friends. I feel like I got enough. So.
Yeah, I don't just like the word friend to me is like somebody that I got their phone number, like I'll reach out, talk to them, have a conversation. Yeah. I know a lot of people, like if I see them, like, oh, I know who that is. I'll shake their hand.
Right.
That ain't my friend.
Right.
You know, I just be real.
Yeah.
I got friends and they know who they are.
Right. Viewpoint of a life cheat code, like getting out of your city that you're from, even if it's temporarily. Is there a cheat code to getting out your city?
Yeah, moving.
Yeah, I don't. Is there a cheat code?
I feel like that's a cheat code. Not having kids and having a partner that also wants.
I feel like that's a starter pack. Like, yeah, well, that yeah.
If you got kids, you can move.
Yeah, depend on what.
Because like if you move, you
with,
got kids, who gonna watch them?
Are you? But are you with your?
Like if you live like
partner?
in an area where your grandparents, like you know, your peoples are gonna watch you. You got people who are gonna support you, like when you at work and stuff. If you move, you ain't got that. You got to.
I think it's that. I think it's like, are you the biggest thing to me? Like, are you with your person you had the kid with? Like, if y'all can move together,
that's what I'm saying. A partner.
Yeah. But if you moving by yourself, like, you can't just take your kid and be like, all right, I'm out. Like,
I mean, you could.
You go to court. You could, but that'd be kind of spicy.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to go to court for
that's
sure.
not my ministry. I ain't got none. So,
but that's like, I mean, if you got a partner and y'all both got a job and y'all both want to move.
Oh yeah,
it's good. That's good thing. Like, y'all can split. Y'all can split shit. Y'all can go half on rent. Y'all can split groceries. That makes it much easier. That's a cheat code right there.
Absolutely.
Shit. But I mean, if you single and just ready to move, shit.
Yeah, I think we as people just gotta.
You just apply for a job in another state where you would like to go. Apply for an apartment or a house if you got it, and then you move.
Yeah.
But people like I want to get out of Wichita, man. I want to. It's a train ride away, a plane ride away, man. A car ride, yeah. You do not have to be in Wichita if you don't want to be here,
baby. You can go, baby,
and I support you.
Do your 100%.
Do your thing, 21.
All right. Also asked, curious to know how the podcast came about and where do you want it to go?
Grayson, you got this one,
man. So. Let's talk about, it's good with the voting and stuff going on, It's good to get out story to understand why we are here and what we do, right? Or what we plan on doing. So I was like, man, I want to get a podcast. Like I always watched First Take, ESPN, talk shows, talk radio. I'm like, I want to do that, right? I go to school like. By the time I'm ready to graduate, I figure out what I want to do. It's like, it's too late for me to get into communications or like get a degree and anything like that. So I'm going to just do it on my own. Fuck it. Podcast started rolling just like 2020. So I'm like, shit, I'm about to start a podcast. I was like, I'm going to do a sports podcast, right? It took me a long time to think about the name. I'm like, what is catchy? What can I just put on something? What will catch on that embodies like me and then like what I want it to be? So I was driving Amazon. I was sitting in the car at a stop sign. And I just kept thinking shit. And I was like, the workshop. It's like that kind of sticks. Like, so I was like, now it's always work to be done. So that comes from just, literally what it is. There's always work to be done. Anybody can relate to that, right? Whether you're a teacher. There's always something. It's just always something you can be better at. Always something that you can be better at. Never being complacent with where you're at. Coming on here and having the space to be like yourself. Shit. Knowing that, we ain't perfect. Ain't nobody on this earth perfect.
Nope.
But we always working towards something, right? The work don't get easier. We just get better, all that good stuff. So I was like, man, who would be good to be on this joint? Who would be some good, good co-pilots? Who has the personality? That's really what it is. The personality, the engagement, the conversation. It's not about like who has my friends with the most Instagram followers. Like Darvin, he not on social media like that unless it's for the podcast. But it's like, okay, who's gonna be engaging. Who do people want to listen to?
That part.
And then who's going to show up? Right. So I'm like, let me hit up Darvin. Let me hit up Braxton. Because I don't even know if y'all were y'all really, I mean, y'all knew each other, of course.
Yeah.
But like, were y'all really even connected before hanging like that?
I mean, I wouldn't say I would call him a friend. I would have called him a friend before this because, I mean, he went to Brooks. We know each other from the Y,
right?
Just like everybody else. I mean, our
Y.
parents used to not want to deal with us and drop us off at the Y at noon and pick us up at 9 or whenever it was. So I know Braxton from the Y, and then I know him through you.
Yeah.
And then like I said, I played against him in football. So yeah, I've always known Braxton, but you know, now our relationship is a little bit more than what it was for sure.
For sure.
Yeah. So this is where we at, and where we wanted to go. Shit. It's a lot of things going on for the pod, man. I don't know if we want to spoil it or things like that, but you know, it's gonna be a lot of changes, a lot of a new face. It's gonna be it's gonna be new, and it's gonna be lovely. Eventually, of course, I love for us to pay some bills. You know what I'm saying?
I'll say this. I don't know where this podcast is going or what the future of it is, but I'm committed to the motherfucker. They committed to the motherfucker, and wherever it goes, wherever it ends up, I'll be happy with it. I'll be satisfied because I committed myself to it. You know, I enjoy doing this shit, and I said that a million times, but I keep saying it. You know, I'm not doing this for award, even though now we might get one for it. But that was just so happened to come by, just doing what we do, and that's what I like about it, and that's why I do the podcast.
Yeah. Thanks.
For sure.
So Braxton, where are you envisioning going? What did you think when I first hit you up? Like, hey, do you want to join the workshop?
I didn't know. Like, it was like, yeah, it'd be cool. You laid out the vision. You told me like what you wanted to do, and I was like, yeah, for sure. And then we just knew we had to get to it, right? Like, and by that time, he was still out of town, so we was trying to figure out ways to, like, make it. We was still like at the end of the pandemic, so like everything was locked down, so something else to do. I was in my mama's basement, like, so I'm like, okay, like, let's figure out how we can make this shit rock. And I think that's what we did. And I think, like, even when you came back and we do some stuff at the crib, like, those days were like the humble beginnings, right? And where we are now, it's like, it's cool. And we talked about it, but it's not final. Like, or going to Grover or whatever. That's why I was like, okay, we're kind of official now. But, you know, everything grows. It's destined to change. Like, we are about to do some cool things, I think. And what Darv said, I enjoy doing this, man, and I'm here, and we need y'all to be here too. Yeah. We need y'all to tell a friend to tell a friend, you know, to pull up on me. So, I mean, I think we're in a world now where we can create. You know, for me, when you hit me up, I was kind of moving out of the space where I was creating every day, you know, so I still wanted to be a part of it, still kind of talk sports, still do what we do. So, hey, I was like, man, let me see what he's talking about, man. Here I am, 2 years later? And 2 years, a couple cities, thousands of miles.
Back.
A lot of episodes. We like the McRib. Just keep coming back, baby. That's how it is, too, you know? The McRib. That's how it is. The McRib, baby.
Yeah. Man. It's been a journey.
We're coming up on our 50th episode, are we not?
Yeah, close. It's coming. I was going to say something while you were talking, for sure, but yeah, it blanked now. Oh, where I wanted to go. Guests, I love having guests on. Don't get me wrong. Like, guests is cool. It gives us new engagement, gives us fresh topics, give us fresh insight on things that we may not know. Yeah. Stories, kind of like laughs, serious moments. But I want overall people to come here for us three. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Because when you come here for us in our conversation, it doesn't matter who we have on. You coming to watch the workshop, you know, that part. And you might be more inclined to watch if you like somebody else's work, or, you know, you want to see somebody else on the podcast, and that brings your eyes here. But us three are what want to keep you here.
We the staples, baby.
So
you're not getting the workshop without us.
So overall, like, I love having guests on, like, but
We are the roots
we are
of
the
the tree.
staple. Right, exactly. Like we gonna have episodes without guests. Like this is gonna be every guest I guess every episode podcast, as y'all can see.
We can't do
and
that.
I just wanna
And
set
that goes
standard
with
for sure.
the collaboration. Like, it's not that we don't want to collab. Maybe it's just not right, you know?
Yeah.
And that don't mean we're your enemy.
Exactly. All right, this was an anonymous question. I'm gonna do a couple more. We're gonna get a couple topics. We're gonna get up out of here. Y'all have multiple girlfriends at the same time.
I'm too much of a lover. Can't. That's a lot of work
Yeah.
You got the wrong pod.
Yeah, I can't even keep one woman.
at all.
Let alone two. And the energy to expand, to keep talking and dating multiple women, I couldn't do it.
Can't do
but
it.
if someone was to do it, how would they?
It ain't in me.
You got to be giving 50% of your effort. How do you have the time?
How
to
do you
do
have the
multiple
time?
women?
I'd be exhausted.
To be even a good halfway boyfriend to two girlfriends. It's crazy.
Yeah,
It'd be different, like from just like cheating. Like one time, it's like that's like, but like having two girlfriends, two total different lives.
Yeah, it's crazy.
You got to be a nutso.
Yeah, I've never been good at juggling.
Yeah, it's got that's a lot. That's got to be a lot of money.
You would
Spent,
think.
a lot of time spent.
Maybe not time. Maybe that's I don't know. I guess you have to spend time texting them, but they probably like, you can't text one while you with the other. So
You always just FaceTime in the car.
yeah,
Every time you
exactly.
FaceTime, it's in the car.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
if every time somebody FaceTime you, it's in the car, then
Red flag.
red flag for sure.
There are signs, yeah.
Man.
Yeah. Last anonymous one. Are y'all looking to date anyone?
Nah, I'm chilling. Nah.
It says you, but I'm gonna say y'all because I don't want. I hope it's
It
not.
says-
Oh, it says specifically
to Gracie.
Braxton.
No, it says, are you looking
it's
to date?
specific
that's
to
the Grayson.
But I'm asking y'all.
That's the Grayson there.
No,
Somebody trying to holler. No, I'm not. I never look for anything.
Yeah, you get into that.
Unless it's
and
my
you're-
wallet.
If you go looking,
y'all.
if you go
'Cause I
looking,
do
you're
lose that.
chasing. If you're looking, you're chasing, and I've done that before. That's for the birds. I'm cool.
Yeah.
I like to play the game and do what I want to do when I want to do it. That's just me.
Yeah.
Yeah, can't do it. Can't do it.
Am I looking? No, I'm not. I'm not actively searching
But
for
if
a
it
woman.
came, you would be cool.
Yeah, if it came to me, it'd be cool.
All right, if you asked him, you heard him.
Something mutual
If you heard
in mutual interests, and you are putting forth some good amount of effort. I would be willing to accommodate that.
Yeah.
But looking, no.
Yeah.
I'm busy as hell.
What?
I'm
That
busy
part,
as hell.
that
So if I'm
freaking
making
part.
time for you, trying to make time for you, trying to talk to you and shit like
Just
that,
know.
it is a. It's not.
That's real.
It takes time for me to do that. Like I'm putting forth some effort to do that.
absolutely.
Like I gotta edit. We got a podcast to do.
Yeah.
I got a job.
Yeah.
You gotta maintain my health. Right,
Gotta be in the
working
gym.
out
Yeah.
in the gym. I have another job where I work on fences and shit.
Yeah.
That he
That's
does.
a side hustle. So that's 4 things that take up multiple hours of my day. Then on the weekends, I'll be kicking it with the homies. Or like,
Where do you fit?
yeah. Well, and when you do fit in, make sure, let's make it fit. Let's make it work. I just want y'all to know that it is meaningful if I want to spend my time with you. That's all.
That part, man.
All right. Caitlin Clark didn't make the USA national team. And it's been a big huss about it for sure. It's been a big huss about it. Quickly, how do y'all feel about it? Do y'all think she should have made it? If so,
If we're talking just strictly talent, and even then, it's debatable. But to not have her on the team is to just lose out on money, lose out on opportunity, lose out on eyes on the sport, which is ultimately what you want. Like, I understand that there may be like, and jealousy is a strong word. I don't like to say jealous because I don't think any of the WNBA players are jealous of her. I think they just might be a little salty that she getting, X amount of, credit or whatever they want to give her. And it's okay. Caitlin Clark is good for you guys. She's good for us. She's good for everybody. So just do the right thing. I mean, it's too late now.
Yeah.
But the right thing would have just been put her on the team. She don't got to start. She don't gonna play 1 million minutes. But to not have her on the team is a wasted opportunity.
So I've seen both perspectives, right? Like the basketball side. I've seen the marketing side, like what you said. The dollars are there, the eyes on the game. Boom, a lot of opportunity. But I've also seen the basketball side. I think Elle Duncan broke it down very well, and so has Rebecca Lobo. Both Rebecca Lobo played. Elle Duncan's very respected in the landscape of women's college basketball, women's basketball. Period. Caitlin Clark is not a plug and play player, and you look at the process for Team USA basketball to be able to. They have training camps like years in advance to be able to be here, be there, and she just wasn't able to be part of that. No fault of her own. She was going to the championship every year.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's like hard. Like, how do you take that and then build a system around it? Now, it's possible, yes, but if you want to go out there and let's not be mistaken, like it's not just an easy runaway like it is on the men's side for Team USA. I think that who knows what it's going to be.
I think it's more of a runaway for the women's.
Well, I'm saying though, but this year, like they don't have the same people like Sue Bird, who's been in Olympian forever.
Yeah, they are missing.
They're missing a couple people who have been there, so they're actually plugging in new pieces for the first time to just see how this will work. Could Caitlin been a part of that? Absolutely. She's a phenomenal, talented player. I think it would have been interesting to see how it, from a marketing perspective, absolutely. She's the most popular player on the planet. Like everybody wants to see her. You're losing dollars, but I agree. I don't necessarily think you're losing a chance at gold, right? But you are losing, an opportunity, a lot of eyes. And it's the Olympics. Like it would have been cool to see her there, whether you want to be fair to the process or not. Again, she was going to the championship every year. It's not like you can fault her for that. So I don't know. It is what it is. But she is like going to be. She could be an alternate, like if somebody drops out. So that would be interesting too. Maybe she does find her way on the team. Maybe it's not the traditional way, but she can still find her way.
And it's not just eyes for Caitlin Clark. It's eyes for all the other players that are there.
Absolutely.
You know?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Facts. What else would you want to hit
on? It is as of right now. It's Friday. What's the day? What's the day?
June 14th.
June 14th. Queen Rhaenyra, first of her name.
Yeah.
Queen of the Rhoynar, the Andals, and the First Men. Protector of the Realm and Lord of the Seven Kingdoms. This Sunday, House of the Dragon returns. If you are as excited for it as I am, please leave a comment. Who's your favorite character? Who do y'all fuck with on the show? What are y'all expecting? Obviously, it's going to be some fireworks. Somebody got to pay for taking her son's life.
Facts.
If you know, you know.
Yeah.
But extremely excited. A lot of good TV shows back on. The Boys just came back on.
Facts. Yeah.
I know people watch Power. Power recently came back on. If you're into that, we got some movies coming out.
True. Drop your favorite show in the comments. Drop your favorite show. Something that we should check out, or something that you've seen recently that stuck out to you. Again, go vote.
Go vote.
Show us love.
Yeah.
Braxton, you got anything for you guys?
Man, I'll holla at y'all. Y'all be safe out there. That's all for me.
Celtics in 4.
Yeah,
it's scary.
It's over.
It's scary.
Love who love you.
Yep.
And Luka don't love defense. And they don't love winning. And just like that, we out.
Never too late.